All right, today we're diving into an institution with a title that really says it all, the University of Agriculture, Peshawar. And as we're about to see, it's not just a school, it's on a mission for an entire nation.
You know, it's one of those massive questions, right? How do you actually build a country that's stable, that's prosperous, that works for everybody? Leaders have been trying to figure that one out forever.
And this is where our story really gets interesting. Because one of the most powerful answers to that huge question comes down to two things: what you can grow from the earth and what you can grow inside people's minds. It's about cultivating the land, for sure, but also the people who work it.
So this isn't just about lecture halls and textbooks, we're talking about something way bigger here, a national purpose that's literally rooted in the country's soil.
And check this out. This is their mission. I mean, it doesn't get much clearer than that, does it? It's not some vague academic goal. It's about creating real connections to rural areas for one single reason: to lift people out of poverty. That's using education as a straight-up tool for changing lives.
Okay, so you've got this massive, powerful mission. Who's going to pull it off? Well, that's where the University of Agriculture, Peshawar, comes into the picture. They are the solution.
So let's rewind a bit. This place was founded back in 1981. For more than 40 years, it's been this bedrock of farming education and research, really growing up right alongside the nation it's trying to help.
And flash forward to today, it is a bustling hub. We're talking about a community of over 7,000 students. Every one of them is being trained to go out and tackle some of the biggest challenges the country is facing.
And they're not just big, they're good. Really good. Get this, it's ranked 4th in the entire country for agriculture. In a nation where farming is literally the backbone of the whole economy, being in the top tier, well, that's a huge deal.
So what's the secret sauce? How do they do it? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the engine room that drives this whole mission forward.
Okay, so at its heart, you've got these 5 main faculties, and they cover the whole shebang. Everything from actually growing crops to protecting them, animal sciences, and even the social science of what it's like to live in these rural areas. It's a completely holistic approach.
But that's just the foundation. On top of all that, they've built these 3 specialized institutes, and this is where they're really pushing into the future, with cutting-edge stuff like biotech, modern business, and deep-dive development studies.
And this brings us to a really crucial point. This university didn't just stay in its lane, it's evolved, it's adapted, and it has expanded its whole vision way beyond where it started.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this timeline. It lays it all out perfectly. Starts in '81, totally focused on agriculture. But then by '98, they're launching a business institute because they realize, hey, farming is also a business. Then by 2009, they're physically expanding with a whole new campus to reach more people. It's a story of constant growth.
This slide just sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the classic, foundational stuff: crop production, animal husbandry, still the core. But then look to the right: business management, computer science, IT. This is the game changer. They understand that modern agriculture isn't just about dirt and seeds. It's about data, supply chains, and technology. They're moving from just the soil to all of society.
And, this didn't happen by accident. This whole evolution is part of a very clear, very ambitious vision for what's next. They're not just trying to cultivate crops anymore. They're trying to cultivate a nation.
Okay, so to really get what they're aiming for, we got to talk about this idea: a knowledge-based economy. Basically, it's an economy where what you know is more important than what you make. Growth comes from ideas, from information, from innovation, not just from pulling things out of the ground.
And boom, here it is. This is their official vision statement. It ties everything together. The big goals, food security, people having sustainable lives, are still there. But the way they're going to get there, through that modern, forward-thinking, knowledge-based economy. It's brilliant.
So that's the big dream. How do they actually make it happen? Well, they've got a pretty clear 4-step plan. It all starts in the classroom, with top-notch education. Then it moves to the lab, with research that actually solves problems. That produces skilled graduates who go out into the world and, ultimately, help achieve that national goal of food security.
And that kind of leaves us with one final big question, right? A story like this one shows how an institution built for one thing can pivot and grow to meet the challenges of a new era.
It really makes you wonder, as the world keeps getting more and more complicated, just how critical will these focused, mission-driven universities be in shaping all of our futures?